Hi there, it's Lukasz for the Tech Travel Geeks, and this is a sample video of the Redmi Note 11, a budget smartphone from Xiaomi. I usually film those sample videos from out and about when I just go around Edinburgh or Scotland and show you the quality of the video cameras. However, we've been having a lot of wind in Edinburgh recently. We've got Storm Dudley, which is making it very difficult to film with good audio quality. We went out recently to Craigmillar Castle, a castle nearby, to film some samples, but the audio was really poor. So instead of letting you suffer with bad audio quality, I will just record the audio here in my studio while showing you the video from the castle. This shot is recorded in my home studio with quite good lighting and good sound, I hope. Still using the microphone from the phone, so you can compare with what the video quality is like when I'm out and about in the castle. So in a moment you'll see some shots from there. I'm here in Edinburgh in the beautiful Craigmillar Castle in the little France where Mary Queen of Scots used to live, and enjoying the beautiful views. This is recorded on the main camera, the 50 megapixel camera, in 1080p Full HD, because this phone does not support 4K recording, unfortunately, and there's no image stabilization, either electronic or optical, so there might be some shake. So that's just a short sample recorded outside, but I don't want to make you suffer through all the wind. Plus I wanted to add some commentary after I watched the samples recorded in the castle. Check the bottom right of the screen to see if the audio was recorded while in the castle or now in my studio. However, all the audio in this video was recorded using just the Redmi Note 11's built-in microphone. One thing you'll notice is that the brightness tends to increase and decrease from time to time. It's something I also experienced on the Poco M4 Pro 5G we reviewed earlier. Also, this was quite a bright and rather sunny day, around 2 p.m, but the image looks quite dark and grainy, which is not ideal. Interestingly, the aforementioned lack of image stabilization doesn't seem to be a major issue here. You can see me walking around the castle walls, and the shake isn't too bad for the most part. When it comes to the video quality, I will let you be the judge. The image stops at 1080p or Full HD in 30 frames per second, with no option for 60 frames per second or 4K. However, you have to remember that this is a budget device. Let's see the other shot when I was at the top of the castle with some nicer views as well. I'll leave it to you to decide what you think about the image quality here. I will also leave a quick audio sample here from the outside so you can see what it's like. Plus you'll also hear me literally hitting a door with my head. Enjoy it! Let me do a bit of walking through the castle, and it might be very windy. I just hit my head. The danger of castles with small doors. Even me, who's quite short, needs to be careful. The views will be beautiful, but it might be windy, so let's see. Some beautiful views of Edinburgh with the North Sea. As you could hear, the wind was getting really strong, so it's me back in the studio. What you're missing is me talking about the hills in front of me. The Arthur's Seat, which featured in some of our past videos, the Edinburgh Castle Hill, and the Pentlands in the background. But let me pause the image for a moment so you can see the detail in the video for yourself. Unfortunately, the audio when filming using the 8 megapixel ultrawide camera was also quite bad, so you're listening to the audio also recorded using the Redmi Note 11, but it's me at home in the evening. There is a bit of wind in the background. Not sure if you can hear that. Either way, we're still in 1080p Full HD in 30 frames per second, and there's still no image stabilization. But to be honest, the shaking doesn't look too bad. And personally, I think the ultra-wide video quality is actually slightly better than the one that's coming from the main lens. Please leave a comment to let me know what you think. Let's switch to the selfie camera, again with the studio audio, hence the different voice sync. Unfortunately, as you can see, the image is quite shaky and quite close to my face, despite me holding my hand quite far. While it was windy, I don't think it was the wind that caused all of the shaking in this case. So while the image stabilization is quite good on the main and ultra-wide lenses, it wasn't great on the front-facing one. The image is also a bit soft, as with the other cameras. Just to be sure, let me film a quick shot here while I'm editing this video on the front-facing camera of the Redmi Note 11. And this is me just sitting on a chair, moving slightly, but I'm trying to hold my hand still. We'll see what it looks like. There's also a macro lens, which records in 720p, which is HD. Since the video is exported to Full HD, you'll see this and the next clip zoomed in to 150% to cover the entire screen. Macro cameras are useful for doing close-ups of objects, like this stone on the castle wall. But bear in mind that you have to be really close to have the image in focus. Plus, it's just a 2 megapixel sensor, so the image quality will not be the best. I also took another shot of a flower outside, but since I had to be so close to it, it was quite difficult to keep the image steady. But the shot itself was quite interesting. And finally, here's my original closing shot, from the main lens back in Full HD. It was filmed in a castle chamber, which was quite dark, so we can see what the low light experience is like. That's it for the video. Hope you found it useful and interesting. Please let us know what you think about the video quality of this phone, bearing in mind that it's Xiaomi's most affordable device. We'll continue with our review process and are looking into comparing it with both the Poco M4 Pro 5G as well as this device's predecessor, the Redmi Note 10 from last year. So make sure to subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks to be notified about those videos. But for now, thanks for watching.